So this video, I wanted to sit down and turn the camera on and talk to you guys, and I wanted to talk about my depression. And I know I've talked about my depression here and there in my videos, but I just wanted to sit down and turn the camera on and make a video, and yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So this video, I just again, I just want to talk about my depression, and yeah. So a couple hours ago, I was crying. I was crying, and I apologize if you can't hear me well. That's because my voice is very drained and my nose is still stuffed from crying and everything. And I was crying because I was in a lot of pain. I was crying because I was sad, depressed, and lonely, and my anxiety was off the charts. So yeah, this is something I never wanted to make on my channel. When it came to YouTube, I wanted to make content to make others happy, smile, entertain, and inspire, but never did I want to make more than one video talking about my depression. But I wanted to. I guess for me, it's a way of me venting. I'm not really sure. I'm not really entirely sure how the whole venting thing works. I'm not an expert or a genius or anything. But yeah. So a couple hours ago from this video, so before I made this video, a couple hours ago earlier, I was crying, and I was in a lot of pain. I was basically sitting on the floor, crying trying to cry many tears out so badly, and I was in a lot of pain. I was sad, I was depressed, and I was lonely, and I've been that for the past 13 years of my life. For 13 years of my life, I've been depressed, and not a day goes by where things get easier for me. Each day things get harder and rougher, and the pain doesn't want to stop, and it doesn't go away. So when I was crying, in order for me to cry, what I did was I hit myself. By that, I patted myself on the head very hard. I'm not going to do it now, but I basically just slapped my head really hard, and then I slapped my face really hard, not in front, at the side, and I did that so I could cry, and it worked. I cried, but when I was young, well, I shouldn't say it. What I meant to say was the more appropriate term. When I was I'm sorry for spacing out. It just the sadness and depression gets to you, and it's been something I've been battling for 13 years. So yeah. But as I was saying, back then I remember crying so much and so bad. I would just cry and cry and cry, and I was always told that oh, boys shouldn't cry and men shouldn't cry. Men are supposed to be strong. The only people in life that should cry is a woman, and that is not true. It's not just girls and it's not just women that cry. It's boys and men that cry as well. Give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah. Sorry about that, you guys. Had to blow up my nose. Again, you guys, like I was saying, I was crying, and I was crying very badly, and I was in a lot of pain. I was sad. I was depressed, and the pain hurt. It hurt, and I was in a lot of pain to begin with. My nose hurts, my throat hurts, my voice hurts, which I'm barely able to speak right now. My nose keeps getting stuffed every day. That's why I have to keep blowing it and just. I guess when you think about it, everyone's depression is different, and my depression is just sadness and loneliness and just being unhappy, and just that's my depression right there, and it's been that way for 13 years of my life, and I don't want it to be that way. I want it to be different. I want to be happy. I want to be able to do something I've always enjoyed doing, and that's this right here, doing YouTube videos. And just I keep doing YouTube, and I keep making more videos, more content, and I try to do that, and I try to do that to the best of my capability, and just like I always say, I don't stop, I don't quit, and I will most certainly never give up. When I say that, I mean it. I'm trying to sit down. Also, when I was crying, my body was paralyzed. I was on the floor crying. My legs were in shock. I couldn't move my legs. Basically, my entire body was in shock, and that's how bad it was for me. And that's how bad my depression was for me, and that's how bad my anxiety was. And when I said my anxiety was off the charts, that's pretty much what it was. Just my heart rate was rising faster and faster and faster, and when it gets to that point, that's not a good thing. It was at the point where my heart was racing so fast that I wasn't able to breathe. It was like my lungs, it's like when you grab a piece of paper or tin foil and you crumple it up. That's what it was like for my lungs, and my lungs were just being crumpled tighter and tighter and being compressed smaller, and just it was bad, and just my heart rate was rising faster and faster, and I couldn't breathe, and just so that happened a couple hours ago, before I made this video. um, so yeah, I I wanted to show you guys the tears that I had, but you probably can't see that right now, but because I took a shower. So yeah, but again, you guys, I just wanted to just sit down and talk about my depression, and things for me haven't gotten easier. Things for me just keep getting harder and harder and harder, and it is currently right now 12 o'clock in the morning, about to be 1 o'clock in the morning, and yeah. So wanna in this video right here and right now, I wanna tell you guys the story of my depression, how my depression came to be, how my anxiety came to be, and I want to tell the story of that in this video, because I don't think I've ever said the story in my other videos. I probably mentioned it in the story of my life. I made 2 parts of that. So yeah, and yeah, but like I said in the beginning of this video, I wanted to just sit down and talk about my depression, turn the camera on, and talk to you guys. So yeah, when I think about it, how did my depression came to be? Well, I would say from the very first day I was bullied. And what I mean by that is the first day of school. So the first day of school, I went, and that's when I was bullied, and that's when my depression and my anxiety came to be. Now back then I didn't feel the effects of it, because when I think about it, I think back then it was still developing, like the anxiety and the depression was like growing, and just like it wasn't in form and it wasn't in shape, like it is now, taking effect on me and everything, and just like, yeah. So for 12 years of school I was bullied, and when I was in school I never dropped out. I never got held back a grade. Um, Excuse me, you guys. Like I was saying, when I was in school, I never got held back. I never dropped out, and yeah, that was pretty much it. And I would say one of the most hardest things that I ever had to go through in school was the bullying. 24/7, nonstop, constantly, every single day, from the first day of first grade to the very last day of 12th grade. And ever since I was bullied in school, that's how my depression and my anxiety came to be. So when I was done with school, I hoped and I wished so badly. I hoped and I wished that when I was done with school, that things would get easier, things would get better, and things wouldn't get harder and rougher. Again, things wouldn't get harder and rougher on me. And I hoped for that and I wished for that so badly, but it didn't turn out that way. No matter how many times I wish so badly things would get easier and better, once I was done with school, they didn't. When I was done with school, things took on a whole new level. Things took the turn, and the days got harder and rougher, and I apologize for apologies again, guys. I'm really tired right now. I'm really drained of energy right now. Um, my voice really hurts. My throat really hurts every time I swallow. So yeah. So as I was saying, no matter how many times I wished so badly that things would get easier and better once I was done with school, they didn't. It was the complete opposite. Things got harder and more rougher, and every day was just another miserable day for me. Every morning was miserable for me. In the afternoon, at night, all of it was miserable for me. I was still sad, I was still depressed, and I was still lonely. And yeah, and then not too long ago, um, not too long ago after that, I when I think about it, just the summer I finished school and that summer came to be. I think for that summer I just needed time to myself, but that summer would probably have to be one of the most hardest summers of my life because every day was harder, rougher, and every day was just another miserable day for me. And just so that summer was one of the hardest summer summers of my life. And then um, at a time, the day came, and I lost my dog. I experienced loss. I know what it's like, and I lost my dog, and I miss her so much. And I miss her so much every single day. And I wish I could turn back time and go back to her, but I can't because that's not possible. It's just not. And I really miss her so much. She was my best friend. She was family. And the people that say, "Oh, it was just your pet. It was just a thing. It was this and that." No, it was a member of the family, and it was family. And when you adopt a pet in your family, that's a family member right there. That's an addition of the family members, and either your dog, your cat, or whatever pet you decide to adopt, that is a member of the family, and you have to remember that and keep that in mind in your everyday life. And my dog was the best. She was awesome. I loved her so much. And she was really cute. And I miss her very much. So then I lost my dog. I experienced loss. I lost my dog, and then my depression, my anxiety went downhill very, very fast. Very, very fast. And my depression and my anxiety got worse. It started to bad, and then it transcended to worse. So bad to worse, worse to bad. Either way, it got worse. It really got really, really worse, really, really bad. And at that point, I just didn't know what to do with myself. And when I think about it, I keep asking myself, when was the time that I really start doing YouTube? And I remember the first day I uploaded the first video on my YouTube channel right here, and that day was actually on the solar eclipse of 2017, and I was actually outside because I actually wanted to see it, but I didn't because I didn't have the glasses. Not these glasses. These are the glasses I use in my videos here, but on my channel. But I didn't have the solar protective sunglasses, you know. So yeah, but just like when it came to YouTube, I did YouTube videos whenever I could, whenever I did. It would be 2 days, 3 days, once a week, once a month, maybe even once a year. And just in between, I was sad, I was depressed, and just it was harder and it was rougher on me. And every day was miserable. And waking up and going to bed was always miserable for me, and it still is. I keep having the same nightmares, and just I just want the pain to stop. I want the depression and the anxiety go away. The anxiety will probably never go away. When it comes to anxiety with me, ladies and gentlemen, anxiety for me, my heart, and by that I mean, so when I was bullied 24/7 in school, people would always say this and that, and they would always run the mouths and just say so much negativity and toxicity and directed towards me, and I did not like it one bit. And there were many, many times I was this close to having a heart attack. And something like that, you guys, is nothing funny, and certainly not something to joke about. So yeah. So again, many times when I was bullied in school, I was this close to having a heart attack, and it was not good. It was not good. I didn't have anyone having my back. I didn't have anyone supporting me, and basically people would keep saying the same mean and negative and toxic things to me over and over and over again, running the mouths and just directing so much negativity and toxicity towards me. And people kept doing that in school, and just my heart rate would rise higher and higher and higher, and it would get at the point where it was so bad that my lungs were swollen and they were getting crumpled up like a piece of paper or tinfoil, and it was getting to the point where I couldn't breathe. And that's how bad it was for me, and it still is that same bad for me right now, because I'm sad, I'm depressed, and I'm lonely, and I'm just unhappy, and I don't want to be unhappy. I want to be happy. I want to be able to do what I love doing. I want to keep doing YouTube. I want to keep making more content, more videos, and I want to keep growing the channel, you guys. And I want to make content and make you guys happy, smile, entertain, and inspire. And that's the main reason why I wanted to do YouTube in the first place, and why I'm still doing YouTube even now. And not only that, just watching so many YouTubers just really inspired and motivated me, and watching their videos today still inspires and motivates me. And I'll talk more about that in the future of my channel. on my videos. So yeah, but just my anxiety is real and my depression is real. And depression and anxiety, you should never, ever joke about. That is something you should never joke about. And that is something you should never, especially if you see that person crying and you can tell or at least assume that they're going through a lot, either him or her, don't go up to them and start joking with them, saying that depression and anxiety, that it's all a joke, and don't start saying that their life is a joke, because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, nobody's life is a joke. Everyone is real, and you have to understand the real from the fake. The fake just have no heart. They have no heart and they don't know what it's like. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But you have to understand the real from the fake, and just depression and anxiety is something you should never joke about. You know, it's something that people go through now, and people still go through it now. You know, people say, "Oh, it's 2018, it's a new century, it's a new society." But you have to realize and understand that depression and anxiety still exists, and it's real. The day will never come where it's announced, "Oh, depression is a fake, and it always has been fake, and anxiety never existed." Blah blah blah. That day will never come, because depression and anxiety, they're real, and my depression and anxiety are real. When my heart rate rises faster and faster and beats so fast that it's at the point where my lungs are getting swollen and crumpled up and it's hard for me to breathe, that is real. That is real. And my depression, when I cry, and just a couple hours ago before I made this video, when I was crying, the only way I could actually cry is by hitting myself really, really hard. And just, I don't know why I just couldn't cry on my own. It's like, it's always been like a part of me that's prevented me from crying. And I didn't want to let that part of me get the best of me, you know? I wanted to cry, I wanted to let it out, and I just wanted to cry. I just wanted to cry, and I was just in so much pain. I was sad, I was depressed, I was lonely, and the pain hurt. It was hurting, and I was hurting on the inside and outside. And just, again, you guys, the main point I'm trying to make, ladies and gentlemen, is depression and anxiety is real, and it is something you should never joke about. And if you see your friend, or your close friend, or that person that's close to you, or just that you consider that person family, your brother or your sister, and if you see that person going through a lot, go up to them and ask them, is everything okay? And if they say nothing's okay and everything's not okay, if they tell you that, ask them if it's okay, if you could sit right next to them and talk to them, lend out a helping hand. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's always about asking permission first. Ask permission first, because you might not ask permission and you might think it's okay, but that person actually gets offended because you overstep their boundaries. So asking permission first is the key to go, you guys. Believe it. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, asking permission always comes first. And if they say yes, then you sit next to them, you lend out a helping hand, and you talk to them. Seriously, if they give you the green light, and if they say yes, that it's okay for you to talk to them, lend out a helping hand, and just listen to them. Seriously, listen to them. Don't sit next to them and be on your phone, on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, and be all this and that, and you're not even listening to that person, what that person has to say. You're completely being disrespectful, and you're ignoring that person that's in so much pain, and they're hurting on the inside and the outside, so seriously, if that person says yes and that it's okay, if you talk to them and sit right next to them and lend out a helping hand, seriously do that. Lend out a helping hand, talk to them, be respectful, be positive, and just listen to what they have to say, and just give the best advice you can give. Be you, be positive, be respectful. And I always say this because I'm always about positivity and respectful energy. Be positive and respectful to others around you, um, because not only you're not hurting yourself, but you're not hurting others around you. You see, if you're being negative and you're being disrespectful to others around you, not only are you hurting yourself, but you're especially hurting others around you. So that's why I always say, you guys, be positive and be respectful to others around you, because that's the way to go. So believe it. And yeah, but again, you guys, you ask permission, and if that person says yes and it's okay for you to lend out a helping hand and just to talk to them, seriously, listen to what they have to say. Listen to what they have to say, and just be kind, be caring, and just be respectful and positive and supportive, and be that all the time, 24/7, every single day, because I'm always a fan of positivity, and I am a true believer of positivity. I consider myself a positive person, and I am a positive person because I'm always about positivity, always am, and always will. Believe it. So yeah, and just yeah. So again, you guys, like I was saying, asking permission always comes first, ladies and gentlemen. So if you see your friend, or if you see a family member going through a lot, and they're crying, and you ask them if everything's okay, and this may be a person that you may have never even met before in your life, still, you know ask them if everything's okay, and if they say that everything's not okay, ask permission. Ask permission first. If it's okay, if you can talk to them, sit right next to them, and lend out a helping hand. If it's not okay and they don't say yes, you be respectful. That's another main key point, ladies and gentlemen. Be respectful if they say no. If they say yes, and if they allow you to sit right next to them, lend out a helping hand, and listen. You listen, you lend out a helping hand, and you be respectful, you be positive, and you always be that 100% all the way. So believe it. And so remember, you guys, main key point is being respectful and asking permission first. That comes first, you guys. Asking permission first and being respectful, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, and again, you guys, depression and anxiety is real, and it never is fake, and it never was. And my depression and my anxiety is real. It's real as it ever will be. And just so yeah, I always try to say kind and caring, supportive, and positive words in my videos on my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, be respectful to others around you. Be respectful, be positive. Just be you, be yourself, follow your heart, follow your dreams, follow your passion, and be positive while doing it. Be positive while you're following your dreams, your passion, your heart. And just be you, be yourself, and do what you want to do. Follow your own path, and follow your own destiny, and just be you, be yourself, be positive and respectful to others around you, and never doubt yourself. Always believe in yourself, and just if you keep falling down to rock bottom, keep pulling yourself right back up, and keep going forward, keep charging forward. Don't stop, don't quit. and never give up, you guys. So yeah, so that's the best advice I can give you guys. Um, that's some kind and caring and supportive and positive words that I just said right there. And guys, I'm always about kind and caring and supportive, positive energy, you guys. I'm always about positivity. I'm always about respectful energy all the way through 100%. So believe it. So yeah, and just I'm really tired right now, you guys. I think the best thing for me right now is to get some rest. My throat really hurts, my voice really hurts, and a part of me is telling me that I need to get some rest, and I'm probably gonna do that. So I'm probably gonna end this video right now. I wanted to make this video a little longer, talking a little bit more about my depression, but I think I'm gonna save that for another time on my channel, in the future of my channel, on my videos. So yeah, again, you guys, be positive, be respectful to others around you, never doubt yourself, always believe in yourself, and if you keep falling down to rock bottom, keep pulling yourself right back up. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's what we do with ourselves when we pick ourselves right back up. Believe it. So yeah, remember, you guys, always be about the thumbs up, never be about this, always be about this, always be about the positivity. So believe it. So yeah, be positive and respectful to others around you, follow your dreams, and be positive while doing it. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay awesome and keep it awesome. Well, that's going to be a wrap for this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Real quick reminder, guys, ladies and gentlemen, and you're going to be hearing me saying that a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll explain more in the future of my videos on the channel. So yeah, as I was saying, real quick friendly reminder, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, my two goals from my channel: number one, to reach 100 videos, and number two, to reach 20,000 subscribers. So if any of you are new to the channel, click that subscribe button, subscribe for more content, you guys, and don't forget to please click that post notification bell so you guys will be notified right away when a new video is up on the channel. So click that post notification bell and click that subscribe button. So yeah, subscribe for more content, you guys. Be always about the thumbs up, always about positivity, 100%, always am and always will. Believe it. So yeah, so click that subscribe button, you guys, and click the post notification bell so you guys will be notified right away when a new video is up on the channel. So yeah, as I always say, you guys, when it comes to YouTube, I will not stop, I will not quit, and I will most certainly never give up. I'm not going to stop doing my dream, my passion, and something I've always wanted to follow my heart into. I'm not going to stop, and guess what? This is not the end. This is only the beginning. So yeah. Never doubt yourself, guys. Keep believing in yourself and keep being positive and respectful 100% all the way. Believe it. Always be about the thumbs up. Never be about this. Always be about this. So believe it. So yeah, and stay marvelous and stay phenomenal. Believe it. Again, you guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content. Twitter links in the description box below. Don't forget to hit some likes and some thumbs up on this video, you guys, to show your support. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay awesome and keep it awesome.